okay. Yeah, okay. So, good evening, guys. I hope everyone is well, and welcome to our live podcast for today. I hope the sound is clear. I hope you can get me clearly. Yeah. So, let's start with our story for today. We have two stories to cover today. The first one is about the news that is trending in Nigeria right now. I told you last time that I was on about this YouTuber called Israel, who did a video about that involved the popular man of God, Apostle Suleman, and it was I don't know if the video didn't go that viral, but it created a lot of problems. So let me start from what we are getting right now. Actually, the Israel guy, has been released from police custody. So, but the case is still ongoing, according to what I'm getting from some popular bloggers here. The case is ongoing. So they have set a date for the case for the two people to appear in court. Yeah. So for those of you who might not know what really happened, let me just try to get you up to date. Actually, what happened was that this popular blogger and YouTuber in Nigeria called Israel, actually he does videos, right? He goes online, he looks for videos of maybe preachers or people, then he make them up into another video. That's what he does, right? So he made this video about Apostle Suleman, who was preaching, and what the apostle was saying was that he is going to pray and angels from heaven will come and refill people's bank account. That angels from heaven will come and deposit money in their account, and they should wait for the alert. You know, that was what he said in the video when he was preaching, right? So, so this YouTuber guy saw the video and was like, wow, this is something very interesting. I think we should talk about it. Yeah, hello. Okay, Moshi. How are you? I hope you're okay. I hope the sound is really clear, right? I hope everyone can get me clearly. So that was what happened. And when this YouTuber guy did the video, before he know, Apostle Suleman has seen it and he was not really happy about it. So he now went to the police in Abuja. I think they called them, FCIID. The Force Criminal Investigation and Intelligence Department. Yeah, they're in charge of investigations, right? Like cyber security and stuff like that. What's your name? So, okay, please just tell me your name. Please help. Please share the video. And also you can give me some likes, some thumbs up, maybe some love. I'll appreciate it. Thank you very much. Just try to share the video and give me some thumbs up. So that was what happened, you know. And so when Apostle Suleman saw the video, he was not really happy about it. So he now went to the police people in Abuja to lay a complaint about it. And then he said that the guy was cyber stalking him, and he made a lot of complaint, you know. And, you know, when you make a complaint like that to the police people, they have to take it seriously, right? So they invited Israel to Abuja to have like to talk with him, you know, to really get into the matter, to know what is going on, right? So Israel, before going there, went with his lawyer. Then they went there, according to what the lawyer said, from one video that I watched. The lawyer said that they went there and they stood there for a very long time. And after talking with the people who are involved in the case, then they now try to pressure them into apologizing, or maybe writing an apology on air and stuff like that. You know, when it comes to most popular people, especially the preachers, right, what they do is like they try to pressure you into like rescinding what you've said, right? They want to pressure you so that you apologize to them, so that people not think that what you did was wrong and you were wrong. That's what they try to do with him. But this guy, I think, is a very courageous guy, and he stood his ground that he's not going to apologize, that what he hasn't done anything wrong, that the video he saw and the video he made, he posted on YouTube, was the video he saw. So that was the whole story. So the whole thing went out of hand, and actually he spent at the in the police cell in Abuja. So we thank God that the guy has been released from on bail, and I think the court will hear the case between the two of them. So I don't know how they are going to do about it. I'm just laughing all by myself here, because the thing I'm trying to think is like, okay, did the people actually receive any money, any alert? Did they receive any money? And if they did, who deposited the money? And if they did receive some money, who deposited the money? Oh, thank you very much, thank you very much. I'm happy. Oh, keep it up, but thank you very much. Yeah, please just share and maybe some few likes, thumbs up. That would be very great. So my question is now, like my worry is, or my doubt is, the Christians who were in the sermon that was done by Apostle Suleman, when he said he is going to pray and angels will deposit money into their account. So my question is, did they actually receive the money? Question number one. And question number two, if they did receive the money, then who deposited the money in their account? You know, these are some of the questions that need to be answered, you know. And I listened to what the lawyer was saying, the lawyer for Israel, the lawyer who is there to defend Israel, was saying that, well, Nigeria is having a lot of financial crisis, and the country is really suffering right now. So if the preacher, he meant Apostle Suleman, can really command angels to deposit money into people's bank account, then the Buhari government should go and then should send a delegation to go and talk with the prophet, sorry, with the apostle. So maybe the apostle can command angels to deposit money into Nigerians' bank account. So it was really funny. It was really funny. But even though I'm laughing here, but I think it's something very serious that we almost take it very seriously, right? Because I don't think it's proper for you to go start suing people because they said something you did not like. I don't know what the guy might have said that have gotten the apostle really offended, but for you to start suing people, remember I said that in my last show that if you start suing YouTubers for creating videos about you that you do not appreciate, you are setting a very bad precedent, because as a popular person like the apostle, he should understand more better that he is the news, that everything about him is the news. So he should know that more better, right? Because I don't see any point for him to be wasting his time trying to sue YouTubers for saying things that he did not appreciate or he did not like, you know. And I only hope that this Israel guy will be able to defend himself in court. You know, I know he's a YouTuber. I don't know if he is really like financially viable enough to afford the kind of legal team that he might need to pursue this kind of case, because I know the apostle is a very rich guy. He's the founder of Omega Fire Ministry International. So he's very popular, he's very rich, and I think he has like one of the biggest lawyers behind him to defend him. But I also think that the Israel guy has a very good case, okay, because he made a video of what you said. He did not fabricate the lies against your name. Because if someone went and made up lies against you, then you might say the person did something wrong and you would like to sue the person for deforming or defaming you. But he mainly just pointed out what the apostle said in the video. You know. So, but one more thing that really got me confused was, has Christianity become all about money, that people only want to get money? And like nowadays, if you go to most of these born again churches, all they want to hear from their preachers is about prosperity, you know, riches, you know, fame. I don't know if this is all that matters in being a Christian, that you have to be financially very successful, or you have to like have a lot of assets and properties here and there, you know. But I think for the Christian, you guys can help me to answer this, because I always thought that being a Christian was all about salvation, you know, being having a good heart, living a good life, you know, living a just life. But nowadays, most Christians, they care about just being successful, having a lot of money, and so on and so forth. So let's hope that Israel is going to get the case about him is going to get thrown out of court, and he is also going to like get out of this mess with the preacher. So let's hope things work out for him, because I think that if people start silencing other voices, or people start silencing other people because they say stuff that they don't like, I think it's a really bad precedent, because no matter who you are, you all have to be accountable. Like, people have to hold you accountable for certain things that you say or do. You cannot just go on saying things without really thinking them through, or without thinking that someone is going to point it out. And I understand why the apostle might be getting really, really offended, because I know maybe when he was preaching, he didn't thought that someone would come across the video and then someone is just gonna post it in the air and people will start talking about it. So I guess when he saw that this Israel guy has seen the video and has made another video about what he said, I guess he was pretty angry. So that's all for our first story for today. So I hope preachers will learn, will stop trying to silence people for saying things they do not like. Okay, I believe they are people of God, so they should understand that in the world, they who are preachers are target. Okay, so they cannot just focus themselves only on trying to silence people who say stuff that they do not like. So that's all for our first story for today. So let's go on with our second story for today. It's about the election in Zambia. I'm super excited for this one, because the Zambians, they have elected a new president. You see, that's a win for democracy in Africa. You know, this makes you understand that some countries in Africa really practice democracy. You know, so like this guy, according to what I read, they say he has been like a couple of times, but he hasn't won. So he keeps on trying until this time he finally wins. So I think that's a very great thing for us, the Africans, to celebrate, for us to believe that there will still democracy in Africa. And even though some countries in Africa do not practice democracy, we hope that those that practice it will try to like spread it to those countries that do not practice it. I think that it will be like for us, the new generations, for all the youth, we are going to see those countries that are practicing real democracy, and we are going to like copy them and take them to our own countries and try to implement this same system in our country. So if you look at it from the whole African setting, you will see that most countries whose colonial masters with the British are much more better in terms of democracy and human rights than those countries with the whose colonial masters were the French, right? If you look at it, if you consider it, those countries that were colonized by the French, most of the times they have leaders that have been there for like donkey of years, and no one is going anywhere, and they have turned the whole thing into like a kind of father to son thing. Like I don't know if it's a monarchy or whatever. Now they pass it down to their children and to their children. You know, that's what happened in the most French-speaking countries in Africa. But for like the English-speaking countries, I think that they have a far more better system than the French-speaking countries. Like if you see Zambia, yeah, Zambia is one of the best countries in Africa in terms of democracy, right? They really follow the rule of law, and they really respect the election organization, the department that is in charge of organizing elections, right? Yeah. So they really respect them, and I think that department, which is supposed to be independent in every country around the world, I think is really independent in Zambia, but I'm not sure about other African countries, because if you look at the whole setting of some African countries, the people that made up the election body are being appointed by the ruling party or by the government, you see. So I don't think that is really going to be fair if someone who is supposed to supervise you is being appointed by you. So I don't think that's going to be fair. But anyway, that's just my own thought, right? What do I know? So let's come back to the case of Zambia. Yeah. So they have a new president, and everyone is super excited. And all we can say but wish him well and hope that he do well for his people, and he tried his best to like build up the Gambian society and make sure that the Gambians live happily and become more successful, right? So we also hope that he's not going to change everything, okay? He's not going to become like a dictator when he gets in, because one thing about power in Africa is that, before they get in, they promise you everything. They promise to be fair. They promise to have the best system. But once as they get into the presidential palace, everything changes, right? So we hope that the new president, the incumbent president, the president-elect, will not change the rules of the game. Will not try to twist things to favor him. Okay, so those were the two stories that I wanted us to share today, and so I hope you guys enjoyed the story that I brought to you today. So I shall be bringing you regular stories like this. I will just go online, and when I come across very interesting stories that I think they are worth talking about, I will just bring them to you. And you can join the conversation in the comment section by telling me what you think about the story that I shared with you. So that will be all for today. But before we go, let me just say one simple thing about the case that I mentioned before, involving the popular preacher in Nigeria and the YouTuber, right? Because whenever I think about it, I just laugh, because it's funny that a popular person of that nature will go suing a YouTuber for defaming and cyber stalking, and there was a lot of charges that he placed on the guy. So we hope that Mr. Israel is going to get out of it. Volume low. So we hope that Mr. Israel is going to solve this problem, and not even solve it, but the courts, because the case is going to the courts, and we hope that the courts are going to judge fairly, and they will come out with a verdict that will be beneficiary maybe for both, but if not for both, at least it will be the truth about the issue. That's what we hope for. Because sometimes if you are a very popular person, if you're a very rich person in Africa, you tend to get anything that you want, right? And most of the time, the poor people, the less privileged people in society really do not get anything. So it's the way Africa is sometimes is really, really discouraging for anyone. So we hope that the courts will get into the issue and they will sort it out. So that's all for today, and we thank you guys very much for staying here with us. See you again tomorrow, and goodbye.